speaking, I know you know how to say buenos dias. And my English speaking, I know that you studied that in high school, remember? Okay, let's be proud of what we learned. So, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Oh, we got it. As you heard, my name is Yesenia Peck. I am the president of the Nebraska Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm a former commissioner of the Nebraska Latino American Commission when Governor Ricketts was in that position. So on behalf of the board members of the Nebraska Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the Nebraska Hispanic Chamber Foundation, corporate sponsor, I thank you, Jason, and everybody here for this morning. This is a great start of a great relationship. We are one community only, and that's what we want to keep, one community together. So I think that our Latino Hispanic businesses are feeling welcome today, I'm sure, and I'm very positive on how this relationship is going to go. So it's Hispanic Heritage Month, so I have to share with you a couple of things. I've been living in the U.S. for almost 20 years, and I can tell you that being a Latina in the U.S. Has been quite a little of a roller coaster experience. That's what I'm gonna call it. Well, by the way, if you don't understand my accent, let me know. Please, I know I have a strong accent, and my favorite singer, Celia Cruz, said, I'm sorry, my English is not pretty good looking. So let me know. Super, by the way. Okay. So I've been exposed to several good experiences, met amazing Nebraskans, and achieved innumerable personal and professional goals. There were also painful situations, along with heartfelt statements because of my heritage. Go back home, speak English, you are in America. In addition to inexplicable assumptions and stereotypes based on my identity. Questions like, do you work in an office? How? So I remember the first time, I gotta tell you this, I remember the first time it was, I got my apartment in Omaha. I wanted to be in downtown Omaha because I am from Lima, Peru. I miss the tall buildings and the crowd and everything. So I said, well, the closest is downtown Omaha. So I wanted to live there. So I rented an apartment, and I was so excited that I invited my friend on a Saturday morning, and you ladies know how a Saturday morning goes, right? You go in PJs, you walk the street, you are not the Nebraska Hispanic Chamber president or nothing, you just go there and walk and go to your apartment. In my case, I was going to my apartment with my friend, and I was going to the building, and a neighbor told me, oh, I'm so glad you guys came. You can start with them in the living room, the vacuum cleaner is there. Oh. So, a little uncomfortable situation. My friend started laughing. She started laughing, and I was just chuckling, trying to breathe, think, and react in a positive way. And I can tell that the best part was when I saw my neighbor's face saying, hi, I'm your neighbor. So that, don't ask me why, but a month after she moved. So sometimes when people see me, they assume that I don't speak English. I still have my problems with the English part, but yeah, they assume that they don't speak English. I eat beans and rice and hot sauce every day, or I'm singing and dancing every day. Well, the girls know that when we sing and dance when we're cleaning. Latinas, you have loud Selena. You see that Latinas are saying yes. So, almost right that when we clean and dance. I consider myself a Latina, a Hispanic, a professional, and an immigrant that contributes to our country, our community. And there are millions of Latinos doing the same thing. Latinos and Hispanics in Nebraska doing the same thing. While I mostly try to understand people's reaction, and I always try to explain, when situations like that happen with me in downtown, I try to think, okay, people are not used to certain groups, and I always try to understand people's reaction. I also ask myself, what would be the reaction of those individuals if I ask them the same questions based on stereotypes or about their identity, or they assume reality. And reality is not that all Hispanics speak Spanish only, or eat beans or rice, or are on welfare. In fact, Latinos and Hispanics have a growing presence in the U.S. In 2020, the Pew Research Center stated that the U.S. Hispanic population reached more than 62 million, and Hispanic grew by 23% in the United States. So with that, all these kind of things that happen made me think, what is to be a Hispanic in the U.S.? What it is. So it is a language, it is a race, what happened, what it is to be. It is a country, what it is to be Hispanic, and the classification created by the U.S., which means that encompass with all people who have the culture that relates to the Iberian Peninsula of Spain or Portugal. But wow, that means a lot of people cover the word Hispanics. So this is what happened to me. I was wondering with so many people what it is to be Hispanic. I know for sure I'm Peruvian, but what it is to be Hispanic. So I asked my husband asked me, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, I want a DNA kit. So I heard about people taking all those tests, and I said, I want that. So I got it. And when I discovered, I had to confirm things, by the way, in my family, because in Peru we are mixed. So family legends to discover if I'm Chinese, I have Chinese roots or Japanese roots. So 6 months after I sent everything to the DNA people, I got the link to a website that mapped out my entire family history. So that website, by the way, seems to know everything about you. But I would finally discover what is a Hispanic made of. The website showed that I was 70% Indigenous American. So in my area of the Americas, it means that I am mostly Inca. So I am also 5.4% Chinese and Southeast Asian. This includes a touch of Vietnamese and a bit of Thai and Indonesian. I also have a dab of Mongolian. The website that seems to know everything said that Genghis Khan is my uncle. So, okay, we're only at 75% of my DNA. So they're all at 25%. That, well, 19.9% is European, 16.4% was Spanish and Portuguese, 2% Italian, and 0.7% Eastern European. So then there was a little bit of Eskenazi. I'm Jewish. So Hispanics are Jewish? Lastly, I found that I am a 3.6% Sub-Saharan African. When I learned all of this, it made me think of my country. I'm originally from the port of Callao, Peru. By the way, the website seems to know that too. That was creepy. I learned about the Inca in grade school, much like Americans studied George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. My test made me feel closer to the grand names of the great Inca, like Atahualpa and Tupac Amaru. But that was part of it. I also confirmed my Asian heritage. You know, that was always part of it. As you have the Thanksgiving time dinner, and you always have like someone saying something that no, let's confirm later, that was always in my house. Japanese, Chinese, well, I was confirmed that I was Asian heritage. Something I was aware of every time I look in the mirror, I had some Asian. The question for me was Chinese or Japanese, as I said, both have communities in Peru, by the way. The Chinese came in the 1880s to work in agriculture and mining. The Japanese came to be fishermen. As we know, I was not just Asian culture, but several. It was the end to one of my mysteries of my family carried. It made me think of the Calle Capon in Lima, Peru. Capon is the center of the largest Chinatown in South America. The faces there resemble my own in some way. Now when I walk there, I'm thinking if I'd see my uncle or my cousin. The Spanish culture surrounds in Peru. Spanish is the dominant language, but there are also 47 other languages in Peru. The architecture, the food, and the religion are specifically European, and these aspects are part of my daily life. My Spanish heritage and my Black heritage, I are now aware of, make me remember of other Peruvian heroes I learned when I was a child. Santa Rosa de Lima and San Martin de Porres are still commonly used 100 years after they died. They are Catholic saints from Lima. I am particularly drawn to San Martin de Porres because my DNA shows that we share the similar heritage. He far more African than I am, but I feel a connection that I did not have before. At least 3% kinship. The website says we are cousins. So what did I discover at the end? What is a Hispanic? Yes, I have Spanish ancestry, but I also celebrate Asian, African, Jewish, European, and Native American culture as my own. So you know now that I come party all year round to celebrate each one of them. It seems that Hispanic is a citizen of the world. We enjoy a racial and cultural background. That means all races are incorporated. This makes sense. We look to those countries that we might describe as Hispanics. They are a fantastic mix of people, places, and cultures that come together from all over the world. Perhaps the US government didn't know that they were basically describing diversity when they applied the term Hispanic to millions of people. Maybe Hispanic is just a synonym of awesome. Mm-hmm. We speak of a lot of Hispanic heritage, but we also know that the very rich culture we refer to when we use the term Hispanic is itself the result of a unique blending of other cultures, traditions, and nationalities. Of each one of them carry their own history and character. Hispanics in turn have contributed immeasurably to the development of this country. And of course, we're still contributing to Nebraska. Hispanic Heritage Month is an important opportunity for all of us to understand and value not just the incredible contributions of the past, but to celebrate diversity that unites and truly make America great. As we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, remember, Hispanic means to have a connection with everyone. Your Hispanic neighbor is Native American, Asian, European, Black, and Black in wildly different arrangements. And if that Hispanic neighbor is like me, they are even a dash of a caveman DNA. If you are Hispanic or you have a Hispanic heritage, raise your hand. Si ustedes son hispanos, latinos o son herencia hispana, levanta tu mano. Yeah, good. Celebra, 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 celebra esa cultura, celebra tu tradición, tu herencia. Celebrate your roots, your heritage. If you are now Hispanic, Latino, raise your hand. Si no eres, si no son Latinos, you celebrate too, because we're a mix of everything, and we are together as one community together, and we can be and make this state as great as it is right now. Thank you so much, y feliz mes de la herencia hispana. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.